Hi, I'm Marty and I have rheumatoid arthritis. I was diagnosed at age 30 and I'm 67 now, so it's been 37 years of rheumatoid arthritis. I'm taking a new infusion called Rituximab, commonly called Rituxan. I had my first 2 infusions in March of this year. It's time for my second ones. I thought it was 1 infusion, but I found out recently that I'm scheduled for 2 infusions in September. So 6 months apart, 2 infusions each time. So here I am. I've taken them. I feel good. I'm ready to start again in September the 5th and the 19th, 2 weeks apart, just like I did in March. The last time I talked to you, I think I mentioned that my husband was due to have heart cath, and instead of getting stents, they realized that he was 90% and 70% blocked in 2 major arteries in his left side of his heart. So he ended up having a double heart bypass surgery. It's a big deal. They cut your sternum open. Big deal. They touch your heart. They move veins around. It was hard on him physically. It was hard on me emotionally. I have a brother-in-law that went through the same thing 5 weeks before my husband. So that was kind of a gift. Sorry, brother-in-law. But it was kind of a gift because my sister was able to tell me what to expect next and how her husband responded to this and that and how he recovered. So it gave us a good idea of what to expect, what to do. And now that my husband is 8 weeks out tomorrow, he's doing really good. So well, in fact, that we saw the cardiac surgeon Friday and left town from Florida and drove halfway up to North Carolina, stayed overnight, finished that drive on up. It's only like 4.5 hours and 4.5 hours. But it's a lot to sit in the car for me with rheumatoid arthritis and the damage I have and my sciatica. And it's a lot for him to sit in the car and drive with a fresh heart surgery. His scar is healed, but his bones aren't completely healed yet, not until 3 months out, they say. So we stayed halfway, which was great, and I like that, and I think we'll do that from now on. We got up here and we had to unpack the car. Now, when we packed the car, we had some help at home. My son and daughter-in-law helped us. But when we unpacked it, it was just my husband and me. So I'm glad that we thought ahead and packed smaller bags, kind of like Trader Joe bags, grocery store bags. You know, the sacks that you buy for 99 cents. We filled those up and filled the car up with those, and 2 suitcases and a couple of boxes because we brought food from home that we weren't finished with, a cooler, our hanging clothes, our dresser drawer clothes, our bathroom stuff, makeup, whatever. So we had all of that stuff plus a backpack for our overnight in the halfway spot. So we did that, and it was easy to carry down, except for those 23 steps. It was easy to carry down the lighter stuff, but we were running back and up and down the stairs, and we realized that if we just took a couple of bags at a time, went downstairs and put them away, that gave us time to recover from the stairs. Then we could run back up, get a couple more, and come on down. I took my smaller suitcase, and I just bumped it down the stairs because it's a regular height stair, but a longer step. So I was able to bump them down the stairs all the way down, and that worked out fine. Finally got in and unloaded that, and we were finished. So it was a lot, and we were tired. So we slept really good that first night. I have sciatica. I was looking for a physical therapist when I was up here in June. I hurt my back in May doing lawn work, having fun, pulling on roots. And I hurt my back, so that was hurting. So in June, I was trying to find a physical therapist that could take me at short notice, and then the doctor called sending my husband home for the heart stuff. So once I got home, I leaned over and twisted, and I re-injured my back worse to the point where I was in agony, and I ended up in the hospital that night. They ended up giving me an IV with a strong medication and made me loopy and relaxed, and that in itself calmed my muscles down where I wasn't responding to the pain as strongly. It still hurt, but I was loopy, so that was a good thing. Got there at midnight. I got home at 5 a.m. with a prescription of Percocet, and I took one later that day and the next morning and the next night, and that's it. So I had a dozen, and I've taken 3 of them. I do save those for intense pain and try Tylenol for regular pain. I've been doing exercise and yoga. I went to a chiropractor in Florida, and that really helped a lot. The one in Florida has a table that drops and it under your hips, and that straightens your back. And he uses the adjuster thing, kind of like a little gun. He doesn't like it that I call it a gun, but I don't know what you call it, an adjuster. Instead of pretzeling and twisting and smashing you and taking, that's a huge opportunity for me to have joint damage. I've contacted my girlfriend that lives up here, my very good friend, who is a massage therapist, and she and her family came by Friday night and visited for a little bit, and that was really nice. And she said she's going to give me a massage this week. So that's super helpful too for my discomfort. It'll loosen me up, and massage gets those toxins out of your system too. She has such talent. She's gifted. So I'm really looking forward to the massage. I guess you could tell. She also sees a chiropractor someplace around here, so I'm hoping that her chiropractor will take my insurance and things will be great. My husband is inside exercising. He's allowed to exercise as long as he stays in the tube, which means, let me sit you down for a second. Stays in the tube means your arms stay in here. So he can't bring his arms out and do, big exercises, but he can do little exercises. But he can do leg exercises, so that's good. So that's what he's up to. He's inside exercising. And I'm walking for my back. I would love to be in there exercising, but not today. I got to get this back settled down. The pain stopped. And it's hurting right now, for sure. But I took some Tylenol, and it'll start working soon. I hope. Tylenol isn't great. I'd rather have an aspirin-based, an NSAID. Those are great because they help with the inflammation. But when I turned 65, all NSAIDs were taken from me because after years of being on medication like that, aspirin-based medications, I ran a risk of a stomach bleed. And stomach bleeds are surprises. You don't know it's happened until you're dead, basically. So that's the end of NSAIDs for me. I've been on Prednisone since December. I would like to be off of Prednisone. I started because I had my first vasculitis flare, which are little black spots around my fingers, around my fingertips, around my nails. And the doctor was trying to get that under control, which the high amount of Prednisone did help. That's when he changed me from Actimra to Rituxan too, because Rituxan has a double bonus. It also helps with rheumatoid vasculitis. So I'm on a very low dose of Prednisone right now, just 5 milligrams. And guess what? That and the rituximab, I haven't had any vasculitis in a long, long time. So I'm good there. I think it's working. I'll keep the rituximab going because it's working. I feel great. I don't have any new flares. I do feel like things hurt, and I kind of wonder sometimes when something hurts, like behind my knees hurt the other day. It's like, oh, why is behind my knees hurt, not my whole knee? But then I remembered I have Baker cysts behind my knees. Maybe those were flaring up. Who knows? I thought they took the one out from behind the knee of the knee they replaced. I think they did, but maybe they come back. I don't know. My ankles hurt the other day. My hip hurt the other day. The non-offending hip, not the one that is bothering me with the sciatica that goes down my leg and hip. That's my right leg. My left hip hurt. But then again, I fell. I'm so embarrassed to admit it. I was trying to pull a hose over the fence, and I'm short, and the fence is a 6-foot stockade fence. I'm 5'1", so that's reaching up, and I had to pull it up and down, and it just wouldn't pull. So I got a flower pot that was empty and stood on it, and when I went to pull, I accidentally stepped in the middle of it, and it was plastic, and it had been in the sun for a long time in Florida, and I crashed through it, and I just rolled on my hip and back. It scared me. I truly thought maybe I'd broken my hip when I first landed because it hurt bad. But I was able to get up and move around, and I had some bruises on my leg and bottom. But and now, when they ask me if I've fallen in the last year, I have to say yes, which I hate to have to say yes. And it was a stupid fall. It wasn't because I tripped on my own feet or on a rug. It was a stupid thing to do. I should have gotten a step stool or somebody else to do it more so. With my pains, I don't think it's rheumatoid arthritis. I think that it's old damage from rheumatoid arthritis, from being a dancer and an acrobat all of my life as a child, from landing hard, from falls that I've had in the past, from being a tennis player as a teenager. All the things that I've done in the past have been really hard on my body. And I thought I could do anything. And now I realize I've really messed some things up. So my rheumatoid arthritis is at bay. Pretty sure it's just because I'm 67 and I have some old damage. So I'm looking around at this beautiful place. At the lake behind me, there were some people canoeing. And lo and behold, who do I have here coming up the sidewalk? My sweet husband, Mark. Hi, honey. There he is. There's my husband, Mark. And he's doing great. He's taken his exercises inside, and now he's taken off on the nice sidewalk out here in the beautiful breeze and the wonderful weather. We're doing good. I hope you're doing good. Don't let your disabilities define who you are. I won't let mine define me. Have a great day. Bye.